Hey everyone, I'm Jordan, and this is Box Angle's Weekday Leadership Workshop. Every weekday, we break down bite-sized leadership lessons to help build better people. On Friday, we went over integrity. We talked about congruency, why integrity can be one of the ultimate trust builders, and finally, we talked about encouraging integrity in others. Today, we're going to talk about leading others from within. We're going to discuss positional versus personal authority, focusing on building rapport with individuals, and how building up the individual will make the group more successful. So the quote we are focusing on today comes from M.D. Arnold. A good leader leads the people from above them. A great leader leads the people from within them. So let's get into it in part one of my favorite topics, positional versus personal authority. Positional authority relies on you holding a formal position that those you lead report to, whether it means section leader to drum major, or tech to caption head, or even designer to director. However, relying on positional authority can easily result in the infamous "because I told you so" or "because I said so." But as I talked about before, I've said previously, are we going to be directors or dictators? Are we going to force someone to do something solely because we said so? Or can we find a way to build a bridge and get them to do something because they want to? Yes, positional authority can give you short-term results, but how well will that work in the long run? How likely is that person going to do something extra or go above and beyond for you in the organization? There are times when you'll not be able to explain thoroughly why something needs to be done and have to tell someone what to do. However, if you've built up trust with that person, they're much more likely to understand. Positional authority should be a tool in your toolkit, but not your only tool. Personal authority is based on the development of a relationship between and building of trust between two people. It depends on you building rapport with the individuals or organization you're going to lead. It depends on you knowing those individuals or the organization inside and out and being able to relate to them. You have to build connections. Those connections will help you be able to lead through good and bad times. Understanding individuals on a personal level will allow you to adapt and monitor those requests or tasks you put in front of them. As a leader, it will help you ensure you are better matching the person with the problem set. In the end, hopefully this will help that person be more successful at that task. Then it becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. You learn more about them, you set up better suited tasks for them, they succeed, they see their success, they trust you more, bond becomes deeper. I really like this approach because frankly, it's more human. It's very much in line with a book I read called Mentoring, The Tao of Giving and Receiving Wisdom. I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo. But the premise is around the mentor-mentee relationship. It's not so much one giving wisdom from top down, but instead mentoring is a relationship that is back and forth or flattened. Just as you are developing your mentee, they're helping develop you as a mentor. They're helping you develop newfound wisdom that you can apply not only to them, but with others. If you take this approach correctly, you'll develop and grow just as much as they will. Which leads us into part two. Building rapport means happier people. I do my best to lead by personal relationships where and when I can. Not only does this make the working relationship more fruitful, but it also feeds the soul. It allows you to stay healthier and happier. It helps ground you and remind you that you're working with a person, not a robot or an automaton that you're just setting a task to. And it does the very same for the individual. You get to establish a connection to them that is personal. They begin to see you as not someone preaching down from on high, but someone who is relatable, down to earth, and just as human as they are. If you have to resort to a "because I said so," or if I have to resort to a "because I said so," I feel like I failed in the explanation why, or I haven't developed that bond/trust. Now, sometimes you have to shoot from the hip, but once again, if you build up that bond or trust, they're much more likely to understand. You're not just a leader to them, you're a human trying to overcome the situation with them. Morale stays higher when people are doing things they either want to do or doing things for other people they want to do it for. Sometimes the job or task itself is hard, but people will be more willing to do it and go above and beyond if they're working with someone they have a personal bond with. This sets them, the organization, and you up for success. So let's close with that in part 3. Individual rapport will lead to group success. One of the first leadership quotes I was taught when I was younger was that individual excellence in a group effort leads to group success. If we can develop a bunch of individuals to a higher level, the group itself is much more likely to succeed. So, if we can build up rapport with individuals, we are much more likely to help them develop and grow, which should be a primary task for us as leaders. The more individuals in the group that are able to reach a new level, the more likely the group itself will achieve success. As stated previously, if an individual is forced to do something, they're much more likely to do the bare minimum or just what was requested. If an individual wants to do something, if an individual is passionate about doing something, they're more likely to go above and beyond and put in more personal effort into it. When we have a larger group of individuals more invested or motivated in the outcome of the group itself is much more likely to succeed. You can also develop personal bonds with those who lead you, just like you can foster bonds with those whom you lead. I have definitely noticed that for people I have developed closer ties to, I'm more happy to go out of my way to help them, whether it means taking a late night phone call, working on some tasks not related to the group, or even reaching out to someone else on their behalf. And if you can get this started, it also becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. They're happier doing things for you, you're happier doing things for them. Both sides start to excel and go above and beyond what is required. That cycle leads to faster and further growth for both parties and the organization as a whole. So remember, a good leader can lead from above, but a great leader leads from within. Well, that's it. I hope today's lesson helped you become a better person and a better leader in the process. If it did, like, share, and subscribe. We're always looking to add more friends and grow. You can find us on the web at boxangle.com. On Instagram, our handle is @boxangle. To get to our YouTube channel, it's boxangle.com/YouTube. Also, make sure to check out Jenna's series, Medical Mondays. Every Monday or so, she covers a new topic that's related to performing in athletic arts. You can go to boxangle.com. Oh, I hit the camera thing. Oh no, it's unprofessional. Okay, we're back. You can go to boxangle.com/Medical Mondays to find her series. If you'd like to support the channel and get a couple free audiobooks in the process, you can go to boxangle.com/Audible Trial. I hope you'll check out our next video, which will be about developing and understanding values and why that's going to make you a better leader. As always, thanks for stopping by. See you tomorrow.